by J.C. McRae. A production by Parahuman Audio. Performed by a cast of fans and volunteers. Please visit parahumanaudio.com to learn more. Thank you and enjoy. Arc 20, Last, Epilogue 5.
Logging into Gimel web server version 14.16e. Welcome. Point me at the sky at mail. Email inbox. Subject: Niles University is suspended until new constructions. Sender: NillesAdmin at mail. 2 days ago.
We thank you for your interest, but given current circumstances, relocation, staffing, accreditation.
Click to expand. Subject: Physio recommendations. Sender: Annalise Forsythe at mail. 2 days ago.
I asked my friend, and he suggested taking more rest days. I am sure you know drill for treating injuries, so I won't.
Click to expand. Subject: Physio recommendations. You replied 2 days ago.
Pretty much what I expected. Annoying. Thanks for checking. I owe you one. Are you still in?
Click to expand. Subject: Physio recommendations. Sender: Annalise Forsythe at mail. 2 days ago.
No need. Took me 15 sec to ask. If you wanted to repay the favor, have been working on a stir-fry. Would appreciate a second opinion. What do you think? My place, stir-fry, beef dumplings, fried rice, movie of your choice. No expectations, just company and catching up.
Subject: Physio recommendations. Sender: Annalise Forsythe at mail. 2 days ago.
BTW, I cook with a apron on. Only the apron. Arrive early, winking face. Stay late, winking face, winking face, winking face.
Subject: Physio recommendations. You replied 1 day ago.
I'm guessing that was Ratcatcher. Did she decide on a new Foresight-appropriate name yet? I liked Mousetrap. Tell her I said hi. Looks like she's keeping things interesting. And yes, stir-fry and Fitcher's bird.
Subject: Physio recommendations. Sender: Annalise Forsythe at mail. 1 day ago.
Censored.
Can't leave anything unattended for 2 minutes. Not the movie I would have expected. Haven't seen it. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m.
Subject: Physio recommendations. You replied 1 day ago.
Seemed cozy and low intensity. I haven't seen it either. 6 p.m. is good, but might have to be 6:30 p.m. judging by travel times. We'll fly over.
Subject: Physio recommendations. Sender: Annalise Forsythe at mail. 1 day ago.
6:30 it is. Looking forward to it.
Subject: Collab, Titans Eve and Kronos. Sender: Typhlosis Forsythe at mail. 1 day ago.
Excuse any typos. I'm blind. I'm reaching out to follow up on the in-person conversation and put the key points to paper record. See attachment 1 for my recap. The wardens are discussing the plan of action you proposed. It sounds like they want to, with intent of also bringing Valkyrie and Cinereal back. I've been tasked with rounding up the tinkers and thinkers we would need to ask and organize to see if it's possible. The problem is that many are distant. Masamune is in Gimmel's Japan, others are scattered around Gimmel, and we don't have secured communication or contact details for all of them. Would you want to split the load? I'm not asking you to fly to Japan, but you sounded invested and you're retired. It would speed things up.
Subject: Collab. Titans Eve and Kronos. You replied 1 day ago.
Send me a list and notes on what the wardens are saying about the project. I don't mind flying. Thanks for following up.
Subject: Therapy appointment. Sender: W. Darnall at mail 1 day ago.
Reminder: therapy appointment tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. In our last 12 sessions, we discussed the temporary...
Click to expand. Subject: Thought you'd like this. Sender: Sveta at mail 1 day ago. Outgoing link.
Did you see this?
Fifth Corner Recorder.
The hero team known as the Majors just made a minor splash with the defeat and arrest of the villain known as Lord of Loss, who earned some notoriety in his attack on the Norfair Community Center late in the summer of last year. It was a sunny spring day in the Fifth Corner when the villain made his appearance as a gargantuan armored centaur. Lord of Loss claimed 3 towns as his territory and wanted to do the same here. If he had his way, he would have demanded protection money while living like a king. Luckily, the Fifth Corner had 4 young heroes visiting. The Majors got a unanimous thumbs up when it came to being accredited and becoming official. Nobody has a bad word to say about them, except that they come across like underdogs.
I worried seeing them jump into a fight against that thing,
says bystander Jodie Tran.
I shouldn't have worried.
The fight is described as high impact and fast. Bystander John Rowe tells the Fifth Corner Recorder that,
I didn't think a fight between capes would go as fast as it did. It's not like the movies where the hero thinks for 5 minutes before making their move.
Later, an exuberant and breathless finale tells us her team once fought an Endbringer and were on the front line against the Titans. She wears a sleek dark blue costume, her jacket and slacks decorated with gold trim and braids. From her costume, she could be imagined to be a military leader in a sleek sci-fi world. In person, she's a girl in her late teens with contagious excitement.
This one is personal, so it feels good,
the team leader says. Withdrawal wears a body-fitting, color-changing costume, his eyes barely visible behind the large goggles he wears. As I talk to him, he looms over me because of the gold tinker suit he wears that extends his limbs, but he isn't threatening.
One of our mentors got shot at the community center attack. He played a part in that. Back when we were the major malfunctions, we tried to protect the tent cities. Lord of Loss preys on places like the tent cities and refugee towns. I'm glad he was our first big takedown.
Caryatid, a teenage girl with beautiful black hair and olive skin, wears a black scale-mail dress with multi-layered sleeves and hem that glitter in gold hues. She is more reserved, telling us,
I'm glad nobody was hurt. I'm sorry for the tent that was trampled.
The tent was the sole casualty of the dynamic skirmish, something the locals say they don't blame the Majors for. They had other words for Lord of Loss, but it was the Major's newest teammate who perhaps put it best.
He's a loser,
Mlekk says, his expression flat. The youngest member's expression is flat, but his eyes glitter with excitement. He sports dyed hair, a mask, and a black and gold outfit with paint splashes of color on it, despite his seemingly serious, taciturn personality. Lord of Loss is on his way to jail, authorities say. And as for the Majors,
Gonna go and do what we came here to do,
Finale says.
And get our new teammate an instrument.
Keep an eye out for us,
Withdrawal says. We intend to.
Comments 163. Jaylee writes,
OMG. Limerick is totally my type.
Robert Taundem writes,
That boy looks like he's 13.
Jaylee writes,
I'm 14. and I want him to look at me like he doesn't give a shit about me. Love heart.
Ted Willick writes,
Jesus. To think I was glad the internet was back.
Mlekk writes,
/ oozes in / gives a thumbs up / oozes out.
Caden Grouse 2004 writes,
Mlekk, I'm your biggest fan. You're the coolest.
Caden Grouse 2004 writes,
/ Mlekk thanks you.
Robert Taundem writes,
You forgot to change your account, Caden.
Sveta K writes,
Rooting for you guys. Big win.
Big Fat Yam writes,
Can't take the bait. Every time I read an article like this and make picks for my fantasy cape team, it backfires. I'm in agony. What does Limerick even do? Tell me more, article. Explain these things.
Subject, thought you'd like this. You replied 20 minutes ago.
I saw another article about that. Sent them a message. Very cool. I want to bring them something as a celebration, but I don't know what. Cinnamon buns? Would they think that's childish? I was thinking of inviting them to Vista's barbecue party. What do you think?
Subject, thought you'd like this. Sender, Sveta Karelia at mail, 16 minutes ago.
Nobody objects to cinnamon buns. 5 might roll his eyes, but he'll be secretly happy. And yes, only Withdrawal can drink, though.
Subject, there's this supervillain. Sender, Etna Huntress at mail, 16 minutes ago.
Can you toss Bonespur into a hill for me, please? We'll owe you one.
Subject, difficult subject. Sender, Dragon, 10 minutes ago. Note, this is official Warden correspondence. Be aware that incoming and outgoing messages may be monitored or screened for security purposes.
Victoria, this is not an easy subject to broach when I know you're temporarily retired. I must also admit I'm wary of sending these emails after my role in what happened with the misinformation campaign. I recently had a discussion with Riley Davis, who brought up your one-time teammate Lookout. There were allusions made to secrets, and Riley said her instincts were that there was something to look for. That was 3 days ago. Since the fights against the Titans, I've been aware of Lookout's infiltration of the Warden systems. When the fight ended, she abandoned that infiltration. I secured the server against further attack, and thought nothing of it. After the warning, I decided to do some digging. To be sure nothing nefarious was in play, I unraveled what she left on the servers and investigated. As part of the process, I found logs of her work, some of which included in the transcript below, and a long series of conversations that seem to be ongoing. I've attached more pertinent ones as transcripts 01 through 21 and sound files with the same names. I can provide more if you wish to see. It's my understanding that
Transcript 01.
Excuse the formatting. Names of third parties identified for clarity.
Transcript includes logs of code. Indented are details found in the computer.
Are you there? Hello? Transmit. Are you there?
Oh. Hello? What?
Unintelligible.
God.
I don't know what to do. I'm not sure I can fix this.
Code. Compartment fix 3012. Resolve.
Reset. Here, Cousin 2. Crystal Befriender Box.
Crystal Befriender box reply is
Reset succeeded. You're the best.
Full set. All max res. Full set. All max band. List set, please. Crystal Befriender box.
10 to the 231st power sets identified in range coordinates of, open quotation, open parentheses, x equals 106.86, y equals 106.86, z equals 105.54, and equals 30. Close parentheses, close quotation. Crystal Befriender box reply is,
Too many. Help me.
Map multiply -0. Set. Here cousin 2. All.
Rain Workshop box reply is,
Here to give you a hand.
Projector box RB reply is,
Set a cute connect message for me.
Portal Hyperbox Dragon collab reply is,
Here, rar.
Hair Clips ACF reply is,
Connected. Key interrupt notifications.
Insist Warden Base Befriender Worm reply is,
You might alert Dragon by doing this. You might bother the Wardens by doing this. Are you sure you want me to borrow resources?
Imp.
Look.
No, 1 more minute. Please.
Imp.
1 more minute.
N.
Set Here Cousin to Warden Base Befriender Worm cancelled.
Distribute. Resolve.
Resolved.
Transmit. Hey, yeah. Can you hear me? This should be clearer.
What are you doing, Kens?
Transmit. Saying hi. Using tech I thought we might have to use for Fortuna.
No. What have you done?
Transmit. It's really quite funny, because I originally made this for you, and then redid it for Fortuna, and I had to rework it to make it work for you again. Text-to-speech. Faster because I can type with my eyes, which is good because I gotta find you.
Stop, Kens. Shit. Stop, okay? I didn't want this.
Transmit. You wanted to die? That's stupid.
No. But I wanted to give my brother a chance. I couldn't make another stupid decision in the heat of the moment and cost him everything. Not when I could have become a Titan. But this is a disaster.
Transmit. But I might be able to fix this.
You might not be able to. Then what? Shit. Fuck.
Transmit. We can try. We all pull together and we get resources. We stop Fortuna, we stop the Mlekk, and we get you out. If we can't, we can't, but we can try. I need to scan and find your data in the crystal.
If you try and fail, then Bai has to live with knowing I'm half buried in here. Half in dreams, but I can look through his eyes and hear through his ears if I try. I know him. I know he's too considerate of me. It'll change how he lives his life. He won't be free. But I can't ask you to keep it from him either. That would be fucking inhuman of me to put that burden on a kid.
Grue.
It's not your responsibility.
I wish you hadn't looked. I don't blame you at all, and I'm grateful you cared enough to try, but this is a no-win situation.
Kenzie Martin to Grue.
If it's not mine, then whose? I just lost my best friend a week ago. The coolest person I knew. She's out of reach forever now. Except... Transmit. Don't worry about it, Tristan. I'm fine. I'm tougher than I look.
I worry that's the opposite of true.
Imp.
It's been a minute. Do you think maybe you could keep your end of the deal? Take 15 minutes. Lie down in the bed in the back. Just...
I've got stuff to do. Sorry.
Imp.
I don't think there's anything you can do.
What do you know what I can do?
Imp.
Your team needs you alert, and you're all over the place like this. I don't want to play the puppy card, but the puppy? Less than 12 hours ago. You don't want to make another mistake like that because you're not thinking straight, and you're not thinking straight as long as you're tired.
My team needs me. I'm indispensable. Tristan needs me. I've got to find the right data. Find a way to bring him back.
Imp.
What if you can't?
What if I can?
Brian.
Speaking as someone who died.
I'm guessing you disconnected.
Transmit. Sorry, Tristan. Distractions. Be right with you.
Okay.
To Grue.
You died. I read that. Yeah.
Grue.
I wouldn't want someone to hurt themselves for my sake, even if it meant bringing me back.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Grue.
Would Tristan want you to do this? To hurt like this?
I'm not sure if I care what he wants.
Decadent.
Kenzie, you've said before that there were times you felt like you needed to do something, but it wasn't until later that you realized you were doing the wrong thing.
How can letting someone die and not doing something about it be the right thing?
Imp.
Sometimes there is no right thing.
Candy.
Listen, look at this picture. Close your eyes, look through your cameras. Start with that. Can you do that for me? Thank you. Look at us. Look at this scene from a distance. How many people think you need to take a break?
There's no rush, Kenz. Fuck, you've got to be freaking out. It's hard not to think out loud in here. If the others need your help, look after them first.
A lot.
Candy.
Can you count them?
I can't hear what's going on out there. I don't know if you're listening, lost in tinkering.
No, I can't keep my thoughts straight.
Or if you're telling the others. Do what you have to do.
There's a lot of noise. Tinker inspiration.
Candy.
A lot of people think you need to take a break. You're the only one who thinks you need to stay. Is there a possibility we're right?
You're not... No.
Candy.
No.
No, Transmit. I don't want you to worry, okay, Tristan? Byron is safe and sound, and so is Rain and Sveta and everyone. We're going to beat this thing.
I wish I could see your face or hear the tone of your voice instead of this robotic recitation.
Transmit. I'm cool as a cucumber. I'm tough. I'm not burdened. I'm giddy to have a problem to solve. I've got to handle some tinker stuff. In the meantime, you sit tight.
Look after yourself first. Then the team. Me last. I'm a foregone conclusion. I'll be here, praying for a good outcome.
Imp.
Darlene and Chicken and I will sit with you.
I left tech with my team. They'll mess it up if they try to pack it up.
Imp.
We'll handle it.
It's not that simple. It's like the screw holes. You guys don't have any common sense when it comes to tech.
Imp.
You can write it down. We'll bring paper and a pen.
I can type, if...
Parian.
No tech. You should disconnect for a bit.
Imp.
Good idea. I'll explain to your team.
It's not that simple.
Imp.
Nothing is, Peep.
Transmit. I'll be in touch. We'll chat. I'll keep you updated.
That'd be nice. The only thing that bothers me about this place is that it's a bit lone. Never mind.
Transmit. Lonely? It's lonely in there?
Really hard not to think aloud, and I'm thinking random things. I'm fine. Really.
Transmit. I've got to go. We'll absolutely 100% no ifs, ands, or buts talk to you later.
The phone rang.
Hello?
Wayne?
It's Wayne Darnall. Is that Victoria?
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Where are you?
I'm outside my place. I'm on the roof. I couldn't stay in my room with the sound playing. I'm stuck, Wayne. I don't know what to do. Imp was saying Lookout was acting out. I couldn't pin it down. I was going to ask Tattletale, but she's been busy.
What happened? Did something happen with Lookout?
Yeah, right under my nose. I told myself I'd get a handle on it, that I'd get a handle on this sort of thing while I was retired and I had more time, but it's like the barbecue. The upcoming one I told you about. I thought I'd talk to Tattletale then, but it's always been like that, hasn't it?
Slow down. Victoria, you've been less hands-on with Lookout recently. She's doing her thing with her team. We talked about expectations as Breakthrough broke apart, and we addressed her.
This was a while ago. I'm finding out about it now. Dragon messaged me.
Talk me through it. Do you want to fly while you talk? Are you close to my office?
No.
Do you want to fly over anyway? I can move some stuff around. It's administrative, it's not another patient.
Okay, please. Sorry about any wind. I'll try to extend my force field, but it can get wobbly.
Talk me through it.
Tristan's alive. Or not alive. Half alive. He's still in there, and Lookout has known this entire time. I should have connected the dots. She was acting erratic. The tantrum, the relapse in her behavior.
You couldn't have known.
I should have known. I should have had a handle on this. Then and now.
You're not a therapist, Victoria. To put it simply, no. There was no expectation that you should have known or done something about this.
I don't know what to do.
Nothing, Victoria. You do nothing.
I have to
You have to look after yourself. You said this was your number one goal. We talked about this. The process.
Trusting others.
Do you know others you can call who are near Lookout right now?
Fuck. Fuckity, fuck. This is fucked.
Do you know others, Victoria?
She connected to Grue. I think he's near her. He gets her, somehow.
Good. That's a good call to make.
I don't know his number, but I know Imp's.
And I have a trainee who I strongly suspect would connect to Lookout in a therapy context.
You want to give Lookout to a trainee? Fuck me backwards, Wayne. What's wrong with you? Are Master Stranger protocols needed here? Because sudden violent or sadistic turns in behavior are a big fucking warning sign.
She has had some past therapy experience, and experience with children. She's part of the work we're doing to expand our therapy core. I would trust her with my daughter, if I had one.
Fuck.
Jessica's doing some of the teaching work. It's good, Victoria. Identifying the problem is the first step to fixing it.
I'm so worried about Tristan. If he's in there, partially aware, that's nightmarish, and it's a nightmare I know because I was trapped for 2 years, too. Byron's been so fucked up over Tristan dying, and this might destroy him. Their parents. Vista. Everyone.
We'll handle that too. For now, keep in mind that as shocking as this is, it puts us in a better place than we were yesterday. Do you know why?
You just said, identifying the problem. It doesn't fucking feel better, Wayne. Fuck.
I know, but there's a process. There are people to fall back on. You've done the essential thing you needed to do, and now you're going to come here. We establish a game plan, prep, take the actions you need to take, like the call to Grue, figure out our new normal, and maintain it.
Is this going to be Lookout's future? One incident after another?
It's one incident, Victoria. Has there been anything else this year?
No, not that I know of.
One incident in November. It's late April now. I've looked at her records, and I do believe she is getting better. The process is slow, and when events or relapses do happen, they're so big and dramatic that it can be hard to look past them or keep everything in perspective. But she's on her way. She has a support structure.
Yes.
I suspect her heart was in the right place.
It was. But, fuck.
We've been working at training people, making sure there's more to fall back on, being preventative. There are a lot of people with a lot to prove. Lookout will be in good hands. It's not your job to be anything else but a friend and support her.
I can hear the implicit, it should never have been your job.
Not like that, Victoria. This is a step towards something better. I promise.
I don't know, Wayne. Are you even allowed to promise something like that?
Yeah. Have I let you down yet?
Not really. Fuck. Okay, I am a third of the way to you. I think I'm going to focus on the flying.
All right. You can call back if you need. I'm in my office.
Thanks. Hanging up now.
This was a production of Ward by Parahuman Audio. Ward and the Parahuman stories are written and owned by J.C. McCrae. You can find the original text and support the author at parahumans.net. For more of the Ward audiobook, as well as other community works, please visit parahumanaudio.com. Music for this chapter was by Evan Witt. Find out more at wittynotes.com. Editing for this chapter was by SamuraiBuko. For the full list of contributors, please see our website at parahumanaudio.com. Special thanks to Torchide for the tremendous help in coordinating this chapter and with the assistance in editing. Find more of their work at our website. Thank you for listening.